rock and roll. Hey!
Hey, hi.
Welcome to the Natasha and Debbie show.
Hello.
That's brutal. Just two patriotic girls. So please don't take us the wrong way.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the Natasha and Debbie show.
Great to have you with us today. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely it is.
And there will be some explanation to what you just saw there. Stay tuned for some awesome P.O. Box gifts, if you haven't noticed already, at the end of the video.
Don't miss out.
I'm proud.
You are very proud.
I don't apologize. Before we get going today, guys, please hit us a like if you like the content that we bring to you. We appreciate it if you do. It also helps with our YouTube algorithms. And consider subscribing to our channel. But don't just do that because we asked you to.
That's right. Please check out some of our other content to make sure you want to be a part of our family before you subscribe.
Yes, that would be epic. And again, before we get into today's video, we have a couple things after the video before we do the P.O. Box gifts too. We're going to just quickly go through. And today also, we want to make sure we thank some of our amazing patrons over at Patreon. You guys really are amazing with your support. We appreciate you more than you really even know. So we want to give out some shout outs today, some of those awesome people over at Patreon.
Thank you, Yamaphil.
Thank you, Yamaphil. Thank you to Sue Marsh.
Mick Radford.
Thank you to Roberta Laverty.
Thank you to Pidge.
Thank you to Paul Holland.
Thank you, Helen Watts.
Thank you to Wee J.
And thank you to Paul W.
Thank you to Mr. William Birch.
And a thank you to Sarah G.
And last but not least for today, thank you to Mr. Ian Money.
And then we have one last special person to thank.
We have a very special thank you to give out to a very special subscriber. Thank you so much to Nanny Violet.
Nanny Violet.
We appreciate you very much, Nanny Violet.
That was very echoey and repetitive.
Was it?
That was.
Today's video is going to be about the differences, some differences between British and American pubs.
Interesting.
Yeah, like you didn't know.
I know, but I want to know what the differences are.
I mean, I don't know. So I know some of you might be wondering, why of all people are we doing this? Because a lot of you do know that I am a recovering alcoholic. And I was going to say how many years.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, dear. But I did used to go to bars, and I don't really go so much anymore. But we go to certain pubs, I guess you'd call for eating and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be interesting to see. The differences. So let's get in here and check this out. And don't forget again to stay tuned at the end. We've not been to a British pub, not a real one, a fake one in America.
Yeah, the American version.
Which isn't authentic, obviously.
Hello, I'm Lawrence, and I'm on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond, and one of those memos pertains to pubs. Pubs, where would we be without them? A question that's been decisively answered in the hellscape that is 2020. In fact, while we're on the subject of the pandemic, do keep in mind, Uncle Toby, that a lot of what you're about to hear in this video might temporarily not be true. That doesn't mean that it's not ordinarily true, it just means that pubs have had to make a lot of changes on either side of the pond. And the key word there is either. I think before I moved to the United States, I was under the assumption that America didn't have pubs, but specialized instead in bars. But America does have pubs. Sometimes they'll be the kind of pubs that are...
Claudia!
You love that restaurant.
Oh, I am so sad right now. Oh, you guys, sorry, I'm pausing this soon. It's Claudia.
Mm-hmm.
The Claudia. I loved this place. You guys, it's been gone for a better part of a decade or longer now, hasn't it?
Yeah, it sure has.
But it was only here for like a decade. That place was awesome. They had some of the best food.
They did. I don't remember their fish and chips there. Do you?
No, I do remember getting really drunk there back when I drank.
We did a lot of that back then.
But in either way, I'm proud to not do that anymore. But they had amazing food. It's just so nostalgic. I guess there's some in other places. This video is only like a year old, I think.
Yeah.
But sorry, I love that place. But I'm gonna go back. Sorry.
Looking to mimic those in Britain or Ireland. And those ones are easy to spot because they'll say something like Johnny's Irish Pub. Or the Elephant and Castle in allusion to Britain's many castles and elephants. But then America does have pubs in its own right, usually called something along the lines of Merv's Tavern. And since I'm now familiar with how pubs operate in both countries...
Sorry, I know this is a second quick one. So is he going to differentiate between bars and taverns then?
I don't know.
The taverns are very different than bars. I don't know if you guys are aware of that.
Are they?
I was just going to say, are you aware of that?
I'm not.
Yeah, because taverns are usually places where you get dinner and stuff, too. Like, Claudia was more of a tavern, you know, pub.
Okay.
So I guess taverns, then, I'm already assuming here, from what he's saying, is closer to a pub. Versus a bar is not. I mean, a bar is just a place you go in and have alcohol.
Just a bar.
Yeah, you rarely have food there.
I guess I never really thought about all the many differences and many terms that even we have.
That's true. Anyway, just curious.
I thought this would be a great opportunity to talk about 7 ways that British and American pubs are very different. So go and order yourself a pint of Foster's or Miller Lite as we order in the first round.
Gatorade.
The story of my drinking life goes a little bit like this. At the ages of 16 and 17, I could waltz up to the bar of any British pub and order myself an absinthe. And that's not because 16 is the legal drinking age in Britain. It's because A, door security is usually pretty lax, as in there is no door security. And B, I've always looked 4 years older than I am. No, the legal drinking age in Britain is 18, so imagine my surprise on my 18th birthday when me and a few mates went to paint the town red, not literally, that's another story, and I got carded for the first time in my entire life, and the problem was I didn't have any ID with me. Fast forward 9 years, 27 years old, and I've moved to the United States of America. What's the first thing that happens as I enter a pub? I get carded. But then depending on the state, it is not unusual for people that are much older, sometimes 70 years older, to be carded at an American pub. Trust me,
I mean, I'm 70, and I get carded all the time. Don't I look great for 70?
You're amazing.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Debbie's birthday's still March 21st. She will not be 70. She ages backwards.
No, I don't.
Hey, do. She'll be 30 this year.
No.
I just turned 70. So we knew about the drinking age because of a video we did like at the very beginning of our channel, the 18. So knew that. But did not know, did you? That they apparently, like, I mean, he's a little confusing on that. He said they don't have people there to check your IDs when you walk in, but didn't he say he did get carded when he was 18?
Yeah, that was
a little
confusing.
If you guys could clarify that
Maybe
for
only
us.
when he ordered? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I guess you can go in, but you can't order.
If you could clarify that for us in the comments section, we'd appreciate it, because that was a little confusing. But we knew that from earlier on. So, yeah, okay. Just want to rewind that 5 seconds.
They're much older, sometimes 70 years older, to be carded at an American pub. Trust me, saw this with my own eyes. It happened to Dick Van Dyke. Of course, by then, I learned my lesson and I did indeed have some ID. Ironically, I get carded a lot less these days, one of the perks of being a YouTube sensation and 38 years old. So nationally, the legal drinking age in the United States is 21, but that hasn't always been the case. In some states, it was even once like Britain, a pub could legally serve somebody who was 18 years or older. In 1969, while Neil and Buzz were landing on the moon, teenagers could legally land themselves a glass of Blue Moon, but only in the states of Louisiana and Neil Armstrong's home state of Ohio.
Ohio.
That's right.
That's us. Just
Yeah.
a little Ohio shout out. We were the only 2 states at first. In 1969.
Apparently.
Did not know that.
I
We're learning
didn't
more
know
about
that.
American education right now. Are you? But yeah, look at our lovely state up there in oddly beigey, orangey color.
Yeah.
So.
But that was 69. Maybe it was more later. I don't know.
I just didn't know we were one of 2 states. That's interesting.
And then something changed. By 1975, the number of 18 states had risen to 23. This was a domino effect following the recent change of the voting age from 21 to 18. The belief being that if somebody's old enough to vote, they're old enough to drink. The problem is...
So hold up there. So we were in Vietnam then, right? And doesn't that, so I think it was more what he just said, the opposite of that. It was more if you're old enough to fight in war, you're old enough to drink. So let's keep that in mind at the timing of things too. Okay.
Legislators didn't stop to think about what would happen if these 2 things happened at the same time. By 1983, the numbers plummeted as states moved to increase their drinking age once more to 21. This was seen as a response to an increase in drunk driving incidents. And I
already know people are going to start saying stuff about that. Just remember, we have more cars too. Drunk driving is absolutely horrific. So if, just want to put that out there. Nobody ever, please don't do it. Always call someone if you're going out.
Yes. Get a ride.
Get an Uber. something, just don't even try it.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Designate the driver before you leave.
Please do.
Response to an increase in drunk driving incidents. And the domino effect was complete in 1984 when President Ronald Reagan signed into law the National Minimum Drinking Age Act, which outlawed the purchase of alcohol by individuals under the age of 21. In 2020, one or two parental loopholes notwithstanding, the legal drinking age remains 21 in all US states and territories except Puerto Rico and the US Virgin Islands, where it's 18.
A lot of people go
Pubs,
vacationing
what
there.
are they good for? Well, the answer to that question could be different depending on which country you are in. I mean, sure, in both countries, one of the chief aims of pubs is to give customers a place to get pissed until the cows come home. And if you've ever been drinking with me, that happens regularly. But the main difference here lies in their purpose in the middle of the day. In Britain, if we go to the pub in the middle of the day, often this can take on a quiet but social tone. We just go to talk over a pint. In a way, it's like how Americans go and grab a coffee. Coffee. Why am I saying it like that? One country emerges from this scenario drunk on caffeine, the other drunk on the street. Apart from that, it's the same thing. If you go into the pub in the middle of the day in America, you can usually expect that to be coupled with a sporting event. And that doesn't mean you yourself get drunk and start playing polo. It means you enter a pub that's simultaneously showing about 28 different sports. In order to do that, said pub would need to have a of these. That's right, in America, the term sports bar is almost redundant, though I'm finding firsthand the same is not true of the term sports bra. Don't ask, one word, tequila. But the reason that the term sports bar ought to be redundant is that just about every pub and bar in America is worthy of that title.
What
in other
is
words,
this
it's
place?
incredible
I
every
don't
pub
know
and
what
bar.
that was.
Looks like Liberace's private bar. What's happening?
Tigers, leather.
Yeah, that's got all kinds of
Movies
God. Oh,
and-
I know. Is that Abraham Lincoln over there? Our bars and pubs don't look like this photo. I've never seen any. Does Las Vegas look like that?
One or two, maybe.
Okay, so
Not all of them.
so ignore that thing that you're looking at right there.
Hopefully, I'll show some pictures of some British pubs.
Yeah, that's hideous. But either way, you guys not have sports bars?
Interesting question.
I'm surprised you didn't ask it.
Well, yeah.
I
I would think they would.
would think. I mean, you watch
Soccer, football.
soccer.
Soccer, football. Football, soccer.
I think football, soccer sounds better.
You know.
We'll give it to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would think you have some sports bars, right?
I think.
All right, let's get this horrible photo off.
In America is worthy of that title. In other words, it's incredibly common to walk into an establishment and be surrounded by television sets. And these television sets don't typically show repeats of Happy Days, but of the Cubs losing, or at least when I'm around. In British pubs, you will occasionally find a TV, but the emphasis is not on consuming television, but rather on consuming alcohol and the words of your friends. That sounded weird. Earlier in the video, I joked that we ourselves don't play sports while down at the pub, but in either country this isn't strictly true. Of course, in Britain this depends on whether or not you class darts as a sport, especially when you're at the pub because you've got a drink in your hand, which I've just realised is also true of professional darts players. Either way, darts are an incredibly popular sport in British pubs. In American pubs, even though you will occasionally encounter the odd dartboard, sometimes very odd dartboard, they're just not as big a part of the pub-going experience. And when you think about the sentence, drunk people throwing sharp objects, that probably makes sense.
No.
Maybe he was talking about the electronic ones being on dartboard.
Well, we have dartboards.
Yeah, we have plenty. I mean,
I don't think
most of the bars I go to have dartboard.
Yeah. This is where I think we're having a problem with tavern versus bar. Every bar has a dartboard and a pool table. Period. But taverns, which were again a different place, restaurant/bar, or bar and grill, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, they're not going to have either one of those.
Not necessarily, but I still think some of them do. Like, well, that's a British one.
Well, the Claudia that he showed before, I was excited about that we don't have anymore. They didn't have any.
I think I remember one in their bar area.
I don't know. I was too busy getting drunk, unfortunately.
Yeah. I don't.
But I'm just, no, we have dartboards. Because I always play when we've gone.
That's usually the only time I play darts is at the bar.
Yeah, but pool tables are much of a more thing. Like you will have people playing darts occasionally, but they don't take it as seriously.
No.
But you'll have a line and wait and a chalkboard of everybody, signing up to try to play pool next.
Waiting in line.
Yeah, it's annoying. Because sometimes we'll go there. We haven't been in years, but we would go just to play pool.
Yep. We take winner.
Debbie's a pool shark, by the way.
No, I'm not.
Cheers.
I'm often reminded of those stories of American tourists who enter a British pub, sit at a table and wait on a waiter to wait for them. Here's the truth, you could be waiting a long time because unlike the United States, British pubs tend not to employ table service. And this can be a problem, particularly when the pub is heaving in the sense of crowded, not throwing up. You want to make sure you get a seat. I understand that, right? So here's what you do. If you're there in a group, one of you go up to the bar while the rest of you claim the seat. The one at the bar orders all of the drinks and then it's his or her responsibility to carry them to the table. Just don't use the term double fisting. In America, things are different. Even during the Super Bowl, which is not a national dish, you can fully expect to receive table service in most pubs throughout the land. Of course, this could be partially dictated by the tipping culture that exists in America. And fellow Brits, that's not the same thing as fly tipping.
Okay, hold on though. Okay, we're back to this bar and tavern problem.
Difference.
So he's a little bit misguided on some of this.
Yeah.
We're going to clarify for you. We got you. We can fix the American part. You guys help us with your part because we don't know your part. So you want to take this one?
Restaurant bar equals tavern. Restaurants serve food, therefore table service.
Correct. If you go to a bar, you have to go and order your drinks at the bar in America. You don't get table service at a bar in America. It doesn't exist. No one comes to you and asks you what you want any more than they would, apparently, we just learned, in a pub in England or in Scotland.
Unless it is a fancy bar and you're paying extra to be there anyway.
No, that's true. But yeah, so these are really tavern versus bars in America to pubs in England and Great Britain in general, or the UK. I'm not sure what all that covers. I have a question, but since I don't drink and you don't really anymore at all, how many people do go into bars or pubs, and order non-alcoholic beverages and just hang out and stuff? Is that common? Do a lot of non-drinkers or people tend to order off the menu as far as alcohol? Just curious. Is that a good place to get fish and chips? You guys know I'm obsessed. But I would think that, because we have some really good food at certain bars here.
Yes.
Or taverns.
Yes.
And so, just curious. Let us know.
At the end of the day, we go to the pub to get absolutely rat-arsed or to have a casual drink. And so to some degree, it's going to vary from country to country as to what is on tap. There are some crossovers and I dare say some exceptions to what I'm about to say. But there are lots of differences in the beers that are served, and this can vary from pub to pub or even region to region. Any pub, British or American, worth their salt will feature a comprehensive list of local beers. Naturally, these are going to be different between Britain and America, but also between regions within each of those countries. But then you get down to the big names too. In Britain, you're far more likely to be ordering the Australian beer Foster's than you are Samuel Adams. If that's not your bag, there's always Carlsberg or Carling. In America, Budweiser or Miller Lite. And if you want one that unites the two countries, you could go for the Belgian beer Stella Artois, which in Britain is trashy and in the US it's classy.
I don't like it,
and then of course there's the pint size itself. Let me go back in time and hand you over to Tassie. And then of course Stella Artois, which in Britain is trashy and in the US it's classy. And then, of course, there's the pint size itself. Let me go back in time and hand you over to Lawrence from a few months ago. Great Britain might be unfairly known for its warm beer, but at least you get more bang for your buck, or should I say quid. You see, a British pint is larger than its American counterpart. To some, that might sound like something that I cooked up after, 4 pints of Stella, especially since each country defines a pint as 1/8 of a gallon. But here's the catch. Gallons are different too. In the US, a gallon is equal to 3.79 litres. In Britain, it's equal to 4.55.
Okay.
What?
Why can't they be the same?
You done changed the maths on us too. And I said maths. What?
Well, that's interesting. Well, that means gas prices are different.
Yep.
Than even what we thought.
Yep.
Because we were trying to figure that out.
Yep.
But now even that's off.
Okay, I don't know what to think. I am totally... I'm already mathematically
Too much.
very challenged. Like, it's something but...
So a liter's not a liter, and a pint's not a pint, and a gallon's not a
Well,
gallon.
a gallon's not a gallon, and...
Yeah, it goes all the way down.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Um,
okay.
We don't understand. Help the Americans.
Explain a little more.
Help us with your maths. I do say maths now. People look at me weird. People look at me weird. It has nothing to do with me saying maths.
No,
Okay. That's our leader?
uh-huh.
Head scratching moment. Okay, not confused at all. Let's rewind that back for a second here.
Well.
Okay. Let's try this
An
again.
eighth of a gallon. But here's the
1/8 of a
catch.
gallon.
Gallons are different too. In the US,
So
a gallon is
confusing.
equal to 3.79 litres. In Britain, it's equal to 4.55 litres. So 1/8 of a US gallon gives you a pint of 473 millilitres. So a good old British pint clocks in at 568. And this is great news for American beer fans in Britain because it means that 6 American pints are equal to 5 British ones. You'll be slaughtered before the pub quiz starts.
Okay.
Aside from the fact that you now have a particular song stuck in your head, you're probably asking the question, what's the difference between British and American closing times?
Don't have that song
you
in my
see,
head,
in
dude. Now I do,
Britain,
thank
right
you,
up
though.
until about 2005, it was mandated that pubs had to close at 11 p.m. On the one hand, you could get around this by starting your drinking session earlier, say at 7 o'clock in the morning. On the other, given the time difference, you couldn't stay around long enough to watch wrestling pay-per-views. But then in 2005, a law was passed that said that pubs could stay open 24 hours so long as they had a specific license. But by all accounts, it looks like most British pubs haven't applied for this license because they still shut at 11 p.m. In the
Really?
US, this varies by state, but there's not a single one in the union that mandates that pubs close as early as that. In fact, 27 states in the union permit their pubs to stay open until 2 a.m. And it's usually at that time, after tequila, that my voice really does sound like that. Now, there are some notable exceptions to this rule. Alaska and Hawaii are to drinking times what Puerto Rico and the US Virgin Islands are to the legal drinking age. In other words, they're so far away from the mainland, they can sort of get away with it. What can they get away with? Staying open until 4 and 5 a.m. There are state and local exceptions to those rules, just in case you were thinking of moving to either of those states.
Oh, it's
That's closing time on this episode. Let me know in the comments below your experiences of pubs in either country. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter.
Okay, so I had a question right there, right when ow. Look at this. It's
Oh, you poor thing.
hazards of
There you go.
doing YouTube videos. Thank you, dear. Just the thing there. I'm really surprised by this 11 p.m. close time, aren't you? That shocks me. Did you know this?
I did not know that, but I had a feeling they weren't open as late as we are.
Why?
But I would have, I don't know why I would have thought a little bit later than that, though.
I would have thought at least the same time.
Yeah.
At
least pre-COVID.
I don't think he was referring to it
I know.
post in that regard. Let us know. But 11 p.m., that's really weird. But they don't open here till like 3 and 5 p.m.
Right. They open a lot later.
Yeah.
But also, they have to quit serving alcohol at 2 a.m.
Correct.
So they're still open until 2:30.
Also, I have a question for you, too. Here in the States, or at least in our state, again, because the states are all different, which is important to keep that in mind. We can't buy liquor on Sundays. Can you? Curious.
And it's hard liquor, vodka, whiskey.
Yeah.
You can buy beer and wine.
Right. That's why I said liquor.
I know. It's just
not beer.
clarifying what that is.
But I'm wondering if you guys, can you buy it on Sundays? Just curious. It's a question I have.
And then I know, like in Las Vegas, at least when I was out there last time.
Yeah, aren't they open till like 4 or 5 in the morning?
Some of those bars are open 24 hours.
That's what I
and
thought.
I'm talking not just a bar. I'm talking the club, the dance clubs.
She's the clubs. Yeah. I hope you guys really like this video. Hopefully you can answer some of our questions because there were a few that popped up here. We learned quite a few things here, and hopefully we may have helped on some of the things that he even said here. because there are differences between bars and taverns, and
Yes.
he was definitely referring back and forth to different things
Yeah, he was
several
kind of
times.
using it as one.
Yeah, he was, and they're not the same. But if you did like it, please do hit the like button and drop that toward us. And again, consider subscribing to the channel. We really hope that you'll stick around for Travel Wednesday.
Yes.
And then also, if you didn't see this past Friday's Random Friday, was our very first Random Friday episode. We're hoping to keep it going. It's not, it doesn't do as good, of course, as our content we currently have. We're going to give it one more shot for this coming Friday. And see how that goes. And if that one does a little bit better, we might keep going with it. We're going to see. Let's get on with our P.O. Box gifts, because I want to show you guys what we got.
Some gifts.
All right, deal. You want me to read it?
Yes.
So some of the things you saw in the intro. Now, I will say that the socks in the intro were from someone different. I did get socks from Wendy, but this is about all this stuff we're about to show you is from Wendy Hodgkinson. And she sent us a picture of Norman. Now, if you don't know who Norman is, that means you need to get on our Facebook page, because Norman is our mascot.
Yes.
Norman's our mascot. Norman! When Norman hears our voice, he gets very excited. Tyson just also did. Tyson's like, Mom. He's walking over here. Come on, Bub. Come on, Bubby. He wants to see the video. So Norman, while Debbie grabs a little Tyson here, I'm going to show you his picture. Here's Norman. That is Norman. Our secondary mascot to Tyson, of course. Or I should say our British doggy mascot. So she wrote a little note on the back of the picture, which we've been keeping this on our fridge since we got this. And it says, to Natasha and Debbie, hope you're both well. Just a couple of bits here for you both. Norman and I love all your videos. Keep them coming. Take care. Love, Wendy and Norman. And we love you, Wendy. And we love you too, Norman. She sends us pictures on Facebook of like his face when he hears our voices. It cracks us up. So she sent the scarf that you saw me wearing at the beginning. That looks fantastic on you.
Thank you.
You also saw my bag, and then our little heart, little plush heart thing. I'm sleeping with this tonight. Yep. Those are the socks that she sent. Awesome coasters. Isn't there another one? Yeah.
Yep.
I gotcha back. I'm gonna try to show them all four. It's probably not gonna work out. Check it out. We got Wales. We got the UK of the Union flag. We got Scotland. We got Ireland. Coasters. These are awesome.
Coasters.
Love these. These are going all over the house.
The umbrella hat?
Just put it on. You know you want to.
No, I know.
Just do it.
Nope.
Just make it happen. The umbrella hat.
And
Now this is special. We're obsessed. You want to get yours and I'll grab mine? Guess what she sent us? We got our own Norman socks. We got Norman socks. Wendy, thank you so much. And that's awesome reusable shopping bag, which I'm going to just walk out of the house with that for no reason every day. Love it. Thank you so much. So the next gift was from Lord Williams. That's right, Lord Williams.
Lord Williams.
I'm a lady, Lord. So he sent me this really cool picture of Freddie. It's on this like metal piece backing thing, which is super cool. You know me. I'm a queen girl all day long.
Absolutely.
Thank you for that. And then Debbie got some cool stuff for her birthday.
All kinds of cooking utensils.
You got a little bit of everything. So you've been using some of this, haven't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
I've already taken out the measuring cups and the measuring spoons, but I've got a whisk, spatulas, potato masher, ladles.
It's a mashup of all the utensils you could ever want.
Good
See what I did there? Thank you, Lord Williams. So we also got from C. Preston, and I don't know the first name, but we got, you want that one? I'll take this one.
Sure. Know your traffic signs.
The official highway code. I've been looking through this a little bit, and it's been giving me stress and anxiety. It's been like, even the sign differences are like so drastic. Yeah.
Interesting to look at.
Oh, look at this one. Double bend first to left, symbol may be reversed.
Okay.
What? See if I can show that to you.
Double bend left reversed.
Like, are you kidding me? Yeah, I would not pass your driving test. I would fail with flying colors. Thank you, though, for those. Those were really fun, and we're not done looking at them yet, but thank you for sending those, too. We appreciate that. So next we have, now this is a little bit confusing because the parcel bag that came in says Alexandra K, but then the really cool card that was sent is from Sandra in Scotland, so I'm not sure who to think. We're just going to think Alexandra and Sandra.
Yeah.
And Scottish flag that I've been sitting on my desk.
Yeah.
That I love. Thank you for that so much.
Desktop flag.
It's really awesome. I really love that. And then we got this. basically Scottish slang and things. I can't pronounce any of this. Your Scottish granny's favorite sayings. So I'm working on it, but I think you guys let us know in the comments. Yeah, I have no idea. Let us know in the comments if you'd like us to do a Scottish slang video.
That could be fun.
Yeah, I would like to learn. But it's interesting, but it looks complicated. But thank you so much for sending those. Those are awesome, and I do really love the flag. It's been sitting next to my desk since we received it a few days ago. Okay, so one thing I did forget to show you before we go on from Wendy, and you might have saw it in the intro. Hopefully you noticed it. Was my new shoelaces or shoestrings. They're of course Union flag shoelaces. So I forgot to show those too. I had to take my shoe off real quick. But these are epic, and of course they had to go on my Friday Adidas. Come on,
yeah.
Come on. Anyway, moving on. We also so Annette. The socks that you saw me wearing in the beginning in the intro video, those are from Annette. And thank you so much. I've been wanting socks for so long, and now I have 2 pairs.
I'm getting them.
I'm open to having 30 and 50. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Is this from Baz?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's from Baz. Okay. Baz hooked us up with some earrings. We both got a set of these studs, which are so cool. Autofocus is annoying. Sorry, guys. There you go. American flag and Union flag. Those are awesome. And then those are super cool and sparkly. And then I got some Elvis earrings. Mandy Potts is like, that's not fair. Sorry about the autofocus issue. You got the idea on that one. And then I also got the Queen ones too.
Oh,
I know, they're on your lap. Queen guitar picks, which is freaking awesome. Those are freaking cool. Check out what Debbie got.
Some power tools.
Heck yeah. I'm sad you didn't have those when you were doing all of our home projects.
That would have been cool.
Those are epic.
and there was also some nose rings and stuff like that. I'm not going to...
Yeah, there's a bunch of nose rings and stuff for Debbie that are in there too, but there's too many to grab and show. But thank you so much for sending those. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Very sweet of you. So again, I was saying how the socks you saw at the beginning were from Annette. Annette also sent this amazingly beautiful card, which we both want to jump in here and live in this card. It is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful card. That is so picturesque. And then, you got it?
Yep.
We got keychains with names on them.
Oh, I should kind of held them.
Well, you're going to confuse it. I don't know my name.
Who are you?
Last but not least, this is from Sarah Healy. You guys know on Facebook, especially if you are on our live videos, I have an obsession with the tea towels we received and using them as my map to try when we talk to people, try to figure out where everybody's at. So Sarah said I needed an upgrade. And so she sent us this real map, not a tea cloth. We put it on our own backing here on our corkboard. And she sent us a bunch of little pens and stuff too, which we have down here. Well, you can't see that. Some pens and things to put for when we get to know you guys and where you're at, and put little pens and things where people are and mark where you guys are located all over the United Kingdom, which is super cool. So I'll have to pull this guy out instead of my tea towel.
That's right.
And learn more. And this is actually a lot more helpful too, because it has the cities and things like that on it. So Sarah, thank you. That was very sweet of you. Really appreciate that.
So we want to thank you all so much for everything that you sent to the P.O. Box and always talking to us and your kind comments.
Yeah,
we really do appreciate it.
I want to give an extra special thank you to Chris Shelley. He put a comment out on our video from Friday. Friday.
Yes.
That I actually was on Facebook Live talking with you, a lot of you guys. And when I read it, especially his response to my comment back to his first comment, and I was in tears. Sir, we appreciate you, and your words mean a lot to us, more than you know. Thank you. I hope you're watching this. If you are, please let us know that you are. But we appreciate your words. Sometimes a simple gesture of just a kindness and a comment can mean a lot
It definitely brightened our day.
It sure did.
And I think a lot of our supporters too. I think it really, it was very heartfelt from everyone.
Very moving.
So thank you.
We thank you very much, Chris. I hope you're watching this, and thank you. Thank you to every one of you guys. We appreciate you so much. And again, we hope to see you on Travel Wednesday.
Yes, don't miss out Travel Wednesday.
Don't miss Travel Wednesday. And also go back if you didn't see Random Friday and check it out. Let us know what you think. And we'll see about doing one more and see how it does. So thanks so much for joining us, guys. We'll see you on Wednesday. Have a great rest of your day.
Until next time.
Bye-bye.